Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to the 1 month anniversary of Aaron Glandon and his darling bride being married. Mm-hmm. Actually, we're still a couple hours before a 1 month anniversary.
Yeah.
Didn't you get married at like 4:30, something like that? 4, I got this.
Yeah.
We'll not go into what that means. So, but congratulations on making it a full month.
Mm-hmm. You said it wouldn't last.
You and the missus.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us here on this September 10th of 2025. Today is it Tuesday? Wednesday.
Hump day.
I'm still having trouble with the Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Apparently, it's still sticking with me here. Welcome to our midweek show. And on today's program, we'll have a discussion about the news topics that are making news across the Scioto Valley. And it's all good, beneficial news that you could use. We like to share the good stuff. And we're going to do that in just a moment. The weather is still pretty good, but it's going to get increasingly warmer.
Yeah. I'm so used to the last several years, to the very start of football, being so hot you can't even stand it in the press box, to it's actually kind of chilly, but it's going to warm up just a tad. Sunny skies with highs in the low 80s this week. Overnight lows down around 50. The last 2 dates, we didn't have the furnace on at night.
And it just kicked on up here in the loft, by the way.
Went downstairs first thing in the morning, and it was like 2 degrees cooler than where it would be if I had the furnace on. But today it was not. It was right at that temperature. So I
stepped out about 7:45 this morning, and it was 52 degrees. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need a light jacket. But I didn't go back. I said, I'm going to rough it.
Once the sun comes out, man, it's like you don't need that. So
yeah,
mine's just lying in the back seat right now. So look for that. No sign of rain. I think we might see some partly cloudy skies later this week. With that, there's always that chance of a pop-up shower, but right now they're not talking about any rain to speak of.
And we have the winds coming up to us from the south, so we like seeing that as well. Mm-hmm. You can see that interactive map when you go to littermedia.com. Click on where it says weather, and you can make it do wherever you want it to go across the world. You type in a city from Europe, you punch it in, and it'll take you right there. And I've discovered it will take you to any place.
Yeah.
So if you type in Knockemstiff, it's probably going to take you to Knockemstiff. That's how precise it is. Coming up in a moment to look at news. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. When you're in this time of the year where you're wondering if the furnace is going to kick on when you want it to kick on, or maybe it's making a sound you haven't heard it make, whether it's your home or your business, they can take care of this for you. Call Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com, and it takes you to their website. That's AccurateHVAC.com. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Tecumseh. Fascinating.
captivating, mesmerizing, Tecumseh.
Good to have you back. Coming up in a moment, we'll jump into news, but let's show you where you can find news. Just go to littermedia.com. You'll see some of the stories that we're sharing, but we don't give you everything on our website. You can, however, find some things on our social media. All of that information is in the upper right-hand corner. That includes your Spotify link, your link for YouTube, the link for Litter Media Radio, and more at littermedia.com.
Angel Hardiesty-Kelley was our special edition guest yesterday morning. She is a professor of nursing at Ohio University, Chillicothe. They have an upcoming 30th anniversary celebration where they want some of the grads to come back and just kind of reminisce.
We're very proud of our program. It has been 30 years. So we had our first graduating class in 1995. And so, yeah, we want people to come back on October 4th. At 4 o'clock, we're going to start with tours of the campus so they can come back and see what it looks like now. Yeah. I'm interested to see their reactions because I know some of it looks the same, some of it looks different. We got a lot more technology we use, but we would love graduates, current students are welcome. Any supporters of the program are welcome. But we're going to do it Saturday evening, October 4th, starting at 4 o'clock. We're going to have dinner starting at 5 and a little presentation. We want to recognize, especially like our first graduating class. We have some faculty that are returning. So we're really excited about that and being able to see them.
And you can find that complete interview, of course, on our Litter Media Facebook, YouTube. Where else, Aaron? Tell them, Johnny.
Spotify and Litter Media Radio.
All right. It's all there. More news about paving in Chillicothe today. This is Water Street. In fact, as I came across the bridge, I could see them milling and planing all the way down through there right now in Riverside. But it's going to move over to Water Street as of 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, that being Thursday. And then from there, they're going to take care of Western Avenue to High Street, then High Street to Walnut, and then Walnut to Mulberry. That goes actually through next Wednesday. So over the course of the next week, here and there in town, just look for it. It's going to happen. So don't say, I forgot that they... Yeah. If you're
Why didn't people tell me about this?
If you're listening to Litter Media, we're telling you about it right now.
The VA Medical Center has its annual event, remembering those who we lost on 9/11. They usually have a special ceremony that takes place, but we want to tell you about their 9/11 Memorial 5K Run, Walk, Roll. So if you are in a wheelchair bound and you want to roll through this, they can. If you want to walk it, you can. If you want to run, you can as well. And that all gets underway at 8:30 a.m. They usually have their memorial service somewhere around 9:30 or so. The new mayor's office in Circleville is set to open up too, and that is September 16th. Its new location next Tuesday, 114 East Franklin Street. The Chamber of Commerce will be presenting the ribbon cutting and an open house at 11 a.m. that day. Now, we took a look, and on Google Maps, it shows you that there is a building that I don't remember ever having seen before. Yeah. But it is on Franklin Street, and you just go to the west of Court Street behind the building where they have the city council in, and there is a small building right there. And trying to think of what the business was next to it. I think it was an insurance office. It was Drexel Polling's office there, Hummel and Plum. So if you want to find the mayor, you'll find her there. But I also saw that she's involved with the production at Ohio Christian University, too, of a musical that they're putting on. I think The Wizard of Oz, maybe, or something like that. Yeah.
So she's a grad there.
Well, yeah, exactly.
After all the years of cutting ribbons and special openings for local businesses, the Chillicothe Ross Chamber of Commerce has a milestone of their own to celebrate. Coming up on Thursday, September 18th at 2 p.m., the Chamber invites the community to help officially cut the ribbon on their new downtown mural, and here it is on the screen right now.
Have you seen this yet in person?
I have.
It looks different in the late afternoon when that afternoon sun starts to hit that portion of the alley.
Yeah, it's a free event. They'll have ice cream from Parkside Ice Creamery, along with a few other surprises. So although it's free, they'd like for you to register just to let them know how much ice cream and goodies to have for you. So check that out through the Chamber of Commerce website. Ross County Historical Society invites the public to celebrate German Heritage Month at their annual German Heritage Day. That's this Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Heritage Center at 45 West 5th Street. And one of Dan's favorites, Schmidt's Sausage House truck, is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about Schmidt's a little bit.
And it's a favorite of a lot of people.
Yes. Our church has them down quite a few times. Even there's a couple of places out in Frankfurt that has them down from time to time. So
Well, they were recently at the Pike Heritage Day back in August down in Waverly, too. So
putting a lot of miles on that truck.
And in fact, I was making a trip up to Columbus here not long ago and met the truck going somewhere south. So, yeah, they're always everywhere spreading the sausage, as it were. Requests for tickets have been slow, and this is for the movie The American Constitution. This is a free event, but they still want you to get tickets so that they know who and how many people to expect. The show is going to be September 20th at OU in the auditorium, at Bennett Hall Auditorium.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And tickets, again, are free, but you still need to have one to get in for the showing. So how can people get their tickets?
Well, they go online to our store at littermedia.com. There's a link there that shows you how to go about that. Now, the story talks also, we put this up last week, that there's a showing on the 21st at Circleville, but we're specifically talking this morning about the need for tickets as well here at Chillicothe.
And we can't recall how many people can be seated. We guesstimated 300.
They think at least 300. Yeah, and they've only had 70 tickets sold so far, so
plenty of room.
They need to get some more sold.
Yes. The Ohio History Connection and its partners, the National Park Service, will commemorate the 2-year anniversary of the Hopewell Ceremonial Earthworks inscription to the UNESCO World Heritage List. That's coming up Friday. That's next Friday. Mm-hmm. At their sites in Licking County, also here in Ross County and Warren County. So if you want to participate in that, just look at our story we've got at littermedia.com.
Free COVID testing is now available at Ross County Health District, and that is while supplies last. If you have any questions about that, give the Health District a call. What is that number, Dan? I can't see through the camera.
740-775-1146.
And United Way of Ross County has opened their portal for no-profits to seek funding grants for next year. That's 2026. The portal is open now through October the 10th. Again, if you're a nonprofit 501(c) and you would like to apply for funding for next calendar year, get on the portal now. It's technology, folks. It's a new way of doing things. And you say, I don't know how to do that. Well, give the United Way of Ross County a call.
I think it's actually 501c3.
Isn't that what I said?
I think you said 3C.
That's what I said.
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Doc.
Oh, that's right.
He lives on in infamy. Yeah, he does live on. Uncle Joe's gone, but Uncle Doc is still with us. Our road report, resurfacing and related work on State Route 159 in Fairfield County between US 22 and the Pickaway County line. Now, this includes preventative maintenance on bridges within the project limits. Now, the continued impacts are two-way traffic maintained, but they're having to do that with a flagging operation for resurfacing. And again, all of our road report information you can find on our website. Go to the nav bar under road report, and you'll find it right there at littermedia.com.
My son asked me the other day, he says, hey, how long is this paving thing going to happen on blah, 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 blah? And I said, let me go to littermedia.com. I copied the link and I sent it to him and I said, there's everything you need to know.
There you go.
Come on, boy.
Yeah.
You should know better.
Get with it, son.
Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at sports. Stick close for that. But first, we want to share with you about Hometown Motors Incorporated, your store for the great outdoors. The prices still low. You'll probably think they've lost their minds. Choose from a wide selection of Skag moving equipment for the Skag clearance sale going on now. But you better hurry. Once the clearance inventory is gone, it's gone, and so are the low prices. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. You can give them a call at 740-773-8826. Better yet, stop in at 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe for Hometown Motors Incorporated.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit DixieChopper.com.
Time for sports this morning, and we're going to start off with our Litter Media Game of the Week. Highlight video is ready for you to view. And there he goes. Look at this guy. Carte Ligon. That was the first of his 5 touchdowns the other night. And our Aaron Glandon capturing all of this for you on video. You can see Carte run and run again and run again on this video. Check it out now on our YouTube channel at Litter Media. Just put at Litter Media on YouTube and it'll take you right there. You might see some people you're familiar with. Look at this hit. Oh, no, this isn't the hit. You did get the hit, though, didn't you? Is it this play? Okay.
Keep an eye on it.
Rolling right, letting the pass loose, and boom!
Wow.
Boom.
What was the penalty?
The penalty was a hit to the head.
Oh, okay.
No ejection out of that. And I will tell you, Western Brown, they drove all the way down the field and then got turned away. They were turned away inside the 5-yard line 3 times by the Chillicothe Cavaliers. So check it out if you missed it this past weekend. And you can still find I'm trying to think. Can you hear the game? Yeah, I think you can. If you go to the story, there's a link where you can still hear the game broadcast if you missed that this past Friday at littermedia.com.
Turning to our Haynes Total Healthcare Center high school scoreboard from last night. Hey, congratulations to Teays Valley Boys Golf. A second year in a row, they win the OCC Ohio Championship.
We have a picture of them, don't we?
Yes, I think.
That's what I was
Coach
thinking.
Brian Barnett.
Oh,
there he is with the guys. That's not too bad. You go into a new league, and you win the title the first 2 years.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Of course, Brian is also the boys' basketball coach.
You'd like to be able to say, I did the same thing in basketball.
A lot of people
But it
don't
didn't
know
happen
he
that way.
used to also be the baseball coach years ago.
And he also was a basketball player
Yeah.
at Teays Valley.
So he's got the goods on how to get it done.
I think he was 5 years behind me. I think he was class of 85.
So he was watching you, and that's what made him the person.
If he
is
was
today.
watching me on the basketball floor, it was because I was there for the pep band.
Oh, golly.
So he'd be a pretty good trombone player.
Yeah.
That'd be the guess.
More golf on the girls' side last night. Quad match, Zane Trace wins it over Adina, Unioto, and McLean. Avery Ader of Adina, the medalist, with a 34. Volleyball winners last night, Adina, Unioto, Westfall, Huntington, Miami Trace over Chillicothe, Hillsboro, Jackson. Bloom Carroll beat Logan Elm in a battle of MSL Buckeye co-leaders, and it was a sweep for Bloom Carroll. They're tough. Circleville was a winner, so was Hamilton Township. In the MSL, Cardinal, Fisher Catholic, and Byrne Union were winners. In the SOC, Valley knocked off Waverly. That's only their second loss of the year. Wheelersburg and South Webster were winners. So was Northwest over Western. Notre Dame beat New Boston. Vinton County, Warren, Newark over Teays Valley. Lancaster and Logan were all victorious. Cross country last night. This is the Village Invitational. They had about a dozen schools out there running. Washington Courthouse boys win the championship, and Avery Whiteman of Courthouse was the individual champ. Correction on that. Unioto boys won the team title. Whiteman won the individual crown. I was supposed to correct that last night and forgot. Unioto girls won the team championship, but Vanessa Conley of Adena won the individual title. Excuse me. In boys soccer, Miami Trace beat Chillicothe, Jackson over McLean, and let's see, Greenview beat Fairfield, and Athens over Point Pleasant. In girls soccer, Miami Trace over Chillicothe, McLean and Hillsborough were winners. So was Minford over Waverly, Wheelersburg. Girls tennis, Waverly still undefeated. They're 11-0. They beat Wheelersburg. Hillsborough over Washington, and Lancaster beat Logan. All of those scores can be found on our website scoreboard, Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School Scoreboard at littermedia.com.
Catch your breath, Mike.
And I was holding my breath right before that story.
Reds were winners last night.
You forgot one.
I did?
High school basketball.
Oh, I'm sorry. This wasn't on my notes. I apologize.
Go ahead. Tell us about Mike Meddock.
Here's a new coach.
Okay.
At Circleville.
Dan doesn't know anything about
I don't
this
have
guy.
the information in front of me.
I thought I gave you that addition. Teays Valley and Madison Plains are schools that Mike has coached at previously. He's the new girls basketball coach at Circleville, replacing Brian Bigham, who resigned. But Brian will stay on, of course, as the baseball coach.
I think I have one of the 5 revisions to the script.
Well, that means we have
and it wasn't on there.
That means we have breaking news, folks. It always is changing. Now, tell us the good news about the Reds.
Reds win. 4-2 the final there, and the Reds had gotten a couple of home runs. Will Benson, I just turned the TV on, and Benson had hit the home run, and it was awesome. And then here come the Padres. They tie back up, and it's like, oh, my gosh, here we go again. No. And then this guy here, those of you watching on our screen, you'll see that Tyler Stevenson made it a 4-2 ball game. Top of the 9th, he parked a home run. Reds now go for the win of the series. They will play later this evening. It'll be 8:40 our time, so get ready for that. And the Guardians were winners over the Royals again, 2-0 the final there.
You got something else, Sports?
I do, but if you...
Well, this is news. This is a breaking news story, but go ahead and do what you're going to do first.
No, let's do your breaking news first.
Get out of the sports. This has nothing to do with sports.
This is lighthearted.
Okay. This just came in to us from the Huntington Township trustees. We had a story here a week or two ago about Larry Kuckler retiring. At their September regular meeting, the Huntington Board of Trustees have installed Captain Austin Depew as their new fire chief. I think Austin was in that role as an interim, but now he has been hired as their new fire chief as he replaces Larry Kuckler, who retired on August 10th. So that's just into us moments ago.
Congratulations, Austin. And we hope to see him maybe
Friday night
while we're out for
halftime interview.
Let's go back to the Litter Media Game of the Week slide that we missed earlier. We got a quick glimpse of it, then Mike skipped right on to his next story. So Unioto at Huntington. Coverage begins at 6:50 Friday night here on Litter Media Radio, for those of you that are listening to Litter Media Radio. And this is what I wanted to share with you. You know, I am a product of Scioto Elementary in Commercial Point, Ohio. And my niece, Lisa, she is Mrs. Ridley. She teaches there at Scioto Elementary. And the kids have gotten together, and they are ready for the Team Trestle Fitness Challenge.
Yeah, okay.
This is a pretty cool video. I shared it here on our Facebook page, so you can find it in there. But all the kids are sporting their Teays Valley wear or Buckeye wear. You see one of the kids, and we didn't record far enough here, but one of the kids goes back like he's dropping back to pass, and as he's making the pass, it segues into a Will Howard throwing the ball. You know, it is really cool. So hopefully, Coach Trestle, you capture that the kids are jumping into this full bore. And congratulations to the kids. I know this is an initiative going statewide, and a lot of our kids are getting involved, but I thought they went to a lot of work to put this thing together. So let's give them a shout out.
We salute you.
Hail to the, when I went to school there, it was the Scioto Buffaloes, but they're now all Vikings. They're all Vikings all the way across.
We have this Buffalo theme here.
We do.
At Litter Media. So.
You know, this is another thing. My dad used to work for the Burdett Oxygen Company, so Dad passed gas. My son was a crew chief on the Stratotanker, the KC-135, which is a refueling mechanism to refuel the planes in the middle of the air.
Right.
So my son was involved in passing gas. Our parent company is Litter Quality Propane. Dad is now working and passing gas.
It's hereditary. So, they're passing gas.
That's right.
Ramey household.
It's a Ramey tradition. Coming up in a moment, this date in history. Get your scarlet and gray out.
Speaking of passing gas, for over 100 years.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah, in our area. Litter Quality Propane, reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people, Litter Quality Propane.
We pass gas.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary.
Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Again, tomorrow, don't forget, send in your pet nominations for our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week award, which will be announced tomorrow. So if you want to...
Right, sure.
Yes. Did I hear that we've not had anything in the inbox this week?
That's what I saw when I just checked the email. Okay. Nothing so far.
So you got a pretty good shot of your animal becoming the pet of the week this week, if you want to give that a shot. So,
all righty.
All right.
Now that the Buckeye football season is in full swing, I saw this yesterday on the Ohio History Connection. It wasn't at this date, but it was this time of year. 1949, 1950. Everybody knows about Woody Hayes as the Ohio State Buckeye legendary football coach, but what you might not know is before that, in 1949 and 50, Woody was the coach at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
And where was he before that?
Denison, yeah.
Did you know he won an OAC championship
I read that, yeah.
and a MAC title before going to the Big Ten?
Yeah. So Woody Hayes becomes a Buckeye legend. Woody, of course, as we said in 49-50, coached at Miami. And then, of course, he went on to lead the Buckeyes to 2 AP national titles, another UPI title, total 3, and 13 Big Ten championships. I've had the chance twice of interviewing Coach Hayes, the late Coach Hayes. One time, I've told this story enough times I think I should get some kind of a royalty for it. The Kiwanis Club, they used to have a touchdown club or something many, many years ago. This was in the 80s. And Woody Hayes was coming to Chillicothe's Hatton Gym as the speaker at their dinner. Well, he was running a little late. I couldn't stay for the whole dinner because there was a game or something I was going out to cover somewhere. But I was hoping to catch Woody on the way in to interview him. Well, this is right after the Art Schleister thing blew up, or Art got into trouble with his gambling issues. Well, here comes Coach Hayes. It's just he and I in the lobby. And I said, I introduced myself, Coach Hayes. I'd like to get a few minutes to interview you. Of course, if you remember, Woody was not a big fan of the media. And he stopped dead in his tracks and looked at me and went, I don't want to talk about Art. And I said, no, I'm here. I want to talk about you and your career. After that, he lightened up. We spent 10 minutes out there. They were probably holding up his speech because I had him out in the lobby. He was great as long as he didn't feel like you were trying to get him on something. So, but he was really fascinating because he talked a lot about all of the athletes that he ever recruited in Southern Ohio, including many like Vic Stottlemyre. He recruited Greg Cook, although Greg went to UC. And it was just fascinating to hear him talk about some of those great athletes of Southern Ohio.
Larry Roberts shows a photo of him down at Unioto talking at a coach's dinner that they had there at one point in time back in the 1950s. They might have early 60s, maybe late 50s. The only time I ever had a chance to talk to him, he was out at the VA. And as he was coming out of the VA, I asked him for an interview, much like what you did. And he says, son, I'd love to, but they're taking me off to go over here to another area. So, but he was very cordial at that moment. And I think he passed away maybe 2 years later. But I will never forget, I was taking driver's ed, and my instructor, this was, I can't remember the name of the school, but it was based out of Circleville. And one of my last sessions of 2 hours of driving was the day after he had punched the guy from Clemson. And he was the talk of radio at that moment. This was the final incident for Woody's career. He had already decked a cameraman and decked a photographer earlier in his career, but this one was the one that was his final in doing. But listening to WTVN and all the calls and all the talk for 2 hours while I'm a young sophomore in high school trying to drive, it was not an easy thing to do. One of the legends going down.
Woody was in the Navy during World War II. Great historian, a lover of history. I don't know if you remember this. Channel 10, for I don't know how many weeks, showed a war movie, but they had Woody Hayes as the presenter of the movie, and he, during commercials and things like that, would interject things about the movie that were historical tidbits. I just thought that was fantastic.
I heard another knock on him was that he gave too much time to academics as opposed to the athletics side of things. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Amazing. You're talking about academics too much here, Coach. Yeah, he insisted on his athletes being in the books. Yeah, getting in the books.
Asheville is having a celebration coming up, celebrating 50 years.
As a village?
No, not as a village. They're celebrating their people. They're people of notoriety. For instance, one of my former classmates, Diana Blaney, she became a scientist, and she's still working on the Mars rover program and all. She's also involved with the investigation of one of the moons around Jupiter right now. So she's going to be one that will be at this big event that will be taking place at the Teays Valley Fieldhouse. Along with her are many other notables, including Champ Henson.
We had that story,
who played for Ohio State. And, Woody came to to Teays Valley to recruit him. It was rumored that he was going to be at the Miami Trace Teays Valley game when Art Schleister was a senior. But it was all a buzz that Woody was going to be there. I saw no hide nor hair that he was there. But I remember I remember this happening, though. Art Schleister had teed up the opening kickoff. Teays Valley. The only thing that could win at the time was the coin toss. So here they are getting the ball, I guess. Either that or maybe they lost the coin toss and it was deferred to the second half. So Miami Trace was kicking off. Schleister was the kicker, tees the ball up and slips on the kick. And then proceeds to beat us 63-0.
Wow. Wow.
So, he was a talent, man.
Yeah, it's so sad to see those stories about Art because he had so much going for him, and tragically, and that's not an unusual story, sadly enough.
And he spent some of his college time here in Chillicothe at the branch.
Yeah.
I think he played maybe 6 games before someone said, "Wait a second, he shouldn't really have eligibility." And so...
Well, Corky was still there?
Corky was coaching at the time, yeah. And I talked to Art. This was... Chile was playing at Miami Trace, and he was there. And I asked if he'd be willing to do a halftime interview with us. He came over and was very cordial, sat down and talked with us. And that was about the time that he was involved in playing at OUC. And, of course, Gary Kello had him as a player at Miami Trace when they went to the state... was it the state Final Four or championship game?
Semis. Gary was Ron Hall's assistant. Ron was the head coach.
1978, I think.
They lost to Kettering Alder by 4 points, and Alder ended up winning it all.
Yeah, okay.
So that was a great Miami Trace. So
they made it to the Final Four.
Yeah.
All right, that's a look at what we have to share with you today. Don't forget, tomorrow we're back at it again. We do have a special edition, if I'm not
Tiffany
mistaken.
Baldwin at 10 o'clock.
Tiffany Baldwin will be back to give us one more look at the Oktoberfest, which is coming up, which includes the Petland Wiener Dog races. There they go. And they're off. Well, look at those little links run.
Yeah.
That's going to take place on the 20th, is it? September
I think
20th?
that's right, yes.
Okay. Getting the nod over here from...
Mr. Head, too. Like the bobblehead doll.
So Mr. Hand, when he's nodding his head, he goes like this.
His body stays still, but the head moves. Yeah.
We need a Mr. Hand bobblehead.
There
That'd
you
be
go.
Cool. Yeah.
Why not? That Litter, get on that right now.
Look at the Litter
please.
Media logo on it and the whole deal. That's it for the program today. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening on Litter Media Radio, and we'll see you soon with another edition of Litter Media Live.